In this next section of our notes, we're going to be working on multivariable expressions. So what we mean by that is when we have more than one variable that we're evaluating for. Example number 4 says evaluate x plus y for x equals 3 and y equals 7. So we're simply putting in 3 for x, and we're plugging in 7 for y, and then we're finding the value of that expression. 3 plus 7 is 10. On this next one, we have 2m minus 3n for m equals 4.5 and n equals 2. So I'm plugging in 4.5 for n, or m, and 2 for n. A number in front of the variable just means that we're multiplying, so 2 times 4.5 minus 3 times 2. Now again, remember that you are allowed to use a calculator in this unit, so if you have one, 2 times 4.5 gives us 9. We still need to use order of operations, minus our other multiplication, 3 times 2 is 6. Once we multiply, then we can subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3. At this point in time, I would challenge you to pause the video and try these next two, D and E, on your own, and then unpause the video to see how you did. Okay, so hopefully you tried D and E on your own just to see how you did, and now we're going to see if you got them right. This first one says C plus C plus C for C equals 1 4/10. In this case, we're plugging 1 4/10 in for every C that's here. So we've got 1 4/10 plus 1 4/10 plus 1 4/10. Now, if you have a calculator, you can do it really quickly on your calculator to help you. If you don't have a calculator, remember that when we add and subtract decimals, we always want to line our decimals up. So you may have to show some work out to the side here. 1 4/10. 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. Carry our 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Our decimal stays in line. We got the same answer on our calculator as we did doing it by hand. So when we evaluate C plus C plus C for C equals 1 4/10, we get 4 2/10. On this last example here, we've got G over 2 plus 2H for G equals 8 and H equals 5. So I'm plugging those values in for each variable. What that means is I have 8 over 2 plus 2 times 5. A number next to a variable means we're multiplying the 2. Order of operations says we must divide and multiply from left to right. So first I'm going to divide because the fraction bar means divide. 8 divided by 2 is 4 plus 2 times 5. Then order of operations tells us to multiply. 2 times 5 is 10, so I have 4 plus 10, and 4 plus 10 is 14. So when I evaluate the expression G over 2 plus 2H for G equals 8 and H equals 5, I get 14.